Alright, this is a 3ds Max level 1 tutorial. When I first come into 3ds Max, if I hold down Alt and I press W, it will expand this window. Let me rotate it. If I hold down Alt and I middle click, click on the middle mouse button, I can spin this window, rotate. If I rotate in and out with the middle mouse button. Now I'm just going to go to the Create menu, which is this little sun. I'm going to go to this object here, and I'm going to go to Standard Primitives. I'm going to just draw out a box by clicking, dragging up. I'm going to draw myself out a sphere by clicking out, a cylinder, drag up. If I press F4, I can see the lines of all these objects. If I want to change the color of an object, I click on it, add a color, hit OK. I'll delete these two objects. Go to my box, press J to delete those little lines. You don't need to know that. If I have my rotate command here, I click it, any of these yellow handles, rotate it up, rotate it sideways, Control Z, delete stuff. I'm going to move to my select and move. I can move it on any axis. I can move it on 2 if I click on the middle piece. And then I've got my scale tool. If I click in the middle, it'll make it bigger or smaller. If I click on a handle and move it up or down on one specific axis, and if I grab in the center, I can move it on 2 at a time. I'm going to delete that box and make another one. Now, if I want to add more sections, I can click here, turn the sections up, move them down, drag up. If I right click, it'll delete all of them. I'm going to right click, convert to editable poly, and this is a big step, and this will let me pick my vertexes. Press W on the keyboard, and it let me click this button without touching it. Move it out. My edge. Let me select an edge and move it. And my polygon, which will let me select any side and move it up and down. And if I click on a polygon and I hit extrude, it'll stretch it out. If I click on another side and I hit bevel, I can stretch it out. And then when I let go, I can make it smaller or larger. To select another object, I need to turn off these keys. Now what I'm going to do is show you how to turn on materials. If I grab a plane, I drag it out, and turn off these faces. I'm going to press M on the keyboard to open up the materials. I'm going to go to my diffuse and click this box, bitmap, desktop, see wall, grab this gun, drag this ball onto the object. I won't be able to see it until I hit this button, show shaded in viewport. That'll give me my gun. Close this. I'm going to go to my box, and I'm going to draw a box out, drag up, convert it to an editable poly, click on a plane, I'm going to go extrude, rotate, scale it a little bit, go to extrude, move my whole object over a little bit. Go to extrude, rotate, extrude, press E and drag it out, and then I'm going to turn that off, draw a box, hit auto grid so I can draw it on the side of this, right click, convert to editable poly, extrude, rotate, move it, and extrude, slowly make the trigger, turn that off, and I'm going to grab this, I'm going to grab my edge mode, and I'm going to select all my edges, and I'm going to tell it to connect, tell it to, grab my polygons, move them up, and you can see how I can slowly start to carve out my gun, and wherever I need more edges, I just connect them. Holding down Control let me connect more than one, and if I hold Alt, it'll let me deselect one. Just hit Connect. Press 4 on my keyboard to get to this really quickly. Hold down Control, select them, and you can see how I can slowly round out an object just by adding some faces.